Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Draw with Rob. I don't know what that singing was, sorry about that. And I am Rob Biddulph. That's me and my dog Ringo. He's been a bit barky today, just to warn you. You might hear him in the background of this video a few times. Apologies if that's the case. I've tried to tell him to behave himself, but let's see, shall we? Now then, I'm a children's author and illustrator. Maybe you've seen some of my books. Have you seen this one? I love this one. It's called Doggone. It's about this dog here, this little pug called Teddy. And the story is told from Teddy's point of view, and it's all about the day that Teddy lost his human. And he goes on a little adventure in the park looking for his human. It's a really fun one. I'm very pleased with that book. And what about this one? I've written a couple of penguin books. This one is called Sunk. It's about Penguin Blue here. He also stars in my book Blown Away. And in this one, he's playing at being a pirate. So there's lots of cool. This was really fun one to draw this because I did lots of great piratey type illustrations. Look at that, going for a little sail. There's treasure maps, and there is even a sunken wreck. That was so much fun to draw, that book. So check that out if you like A, penguins, B, pirates. And the other thing I'm just going to quickly tell you about is my chapter book series called the Peanut Jones series. This is the first in the series called The Illustrated City. And maybe you haven't read a chapter book before because you think, oh, they're a bit difficult to read, lots and lots of words. Well, look at this. There's 200 illustrations in this book. I've done loads and loads of illustrations, and I think that just makes it a little bit less daunting to read. So maybe I would say this is probably quite a good first chapter book. It's about this little girl here who finds a magic pencil. Whatever she draws with that pencil becomes real. So one day she draws a door and she walks through the door and finds herself in this totally illustrated world and has all sorts of adventures. She's trying to find her missing dad, who she thinks is somewhere in the illustrated world. So do check that one out. But we are here today to do a drawing together. Now, you will know what we're drawing because it's already appeared on the title card of this video. We are drawing today a capybara. Now, when I'm doing my live events, right, I meet lots of children. We do these long signings, 2, 3, 4 hour signings. So I meet hundreds and hundreds of children. And I'm going to say that the capybara has been my most requested draw along for a long time. It's almost as popular as the axolotl was a year or two ago. Now I've drawn an axolotl. Go back and have a look at my axolotl video if you don't believe me. I did that one because so many people were requesting. Oh, there he is. Did you hear him barking? Told ya. Ringo, shush. Yes, so many people requested axolotl that I decided to do one. There you go. It's video number 141. Go and check it out. But this has been it's been similar to the axolotl vibe. Been getting lots of people ask me how to draw a capybara. Now, Ringo, be quiet. Please be quiet. I'm trying to record a video. I know. Listen, I don't prefer capybaras to you. You're still my favourite. Don't worry. Okay. Shush. If he doesn't stop, I'm going to have to go outside and put him in the house because I'm in the studio at the end of my garden. You see, Ringo's in the garden. Right. Oh my goodness. You going to behave? I'm so sorry, boys and girls. Yes, capybara. I sort of think I knew roughly what a capybara was, but I did a little bit of research to find out some more. And did you know that it's the world's largest rodent? Do you know how big they are? They're like 4.5 feet long, capybaras. They're massive, 2 feet tall. And so when I think of a rodent, I think of a rat. That's what I go to first of all. So this is like a 4.5 foot long rat. That makes me feel a bit icky. But then when you look at them, they are super cute. And the capybara that we're going to draw today is going to be super cute, I promise. I guess that's why you guys wanted me to draw it, because they're cute, right? So yes, we are going to draw a capybara. You might not have seen a Draw with Rob video before. I don't know. In case you haven't, I will very quickly explain how they work. Lots of people tell me they don't think they're any good at drawing. I say, nonsense, everybody can draw. Right. Excuse me, boys and girls. I'm going to move Ringo. Wait a sec. Ringo, what are you doing? Come on, mate. What are you doing? Come on. You're going to go in the house. Shh. Be quiet, please. Be quiet. I'm trying to record. Right. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Let's see if he's quiet. Fingers crossed. I don't even know what he's barking at. There's nothing in the garden. Anyway. Yes, lots of people say they don't think they're very good at drawing. I say nonsense, everybody can draw, because there's no right or wrong answer with drawing. It doesn't matter what your drawing looks like. It's as valid. A really amazing, like photographically real drawing is just as valid as a very quick line sketch, I think. It depends how you're feeling as to which one you prefer, right, on the day. It's subjective. Ringo. So, I say everybody can draw. It's not like maths. Drawing is not like maths. There's no right or wrong answer. I do concede that some people need a bit of help with the order that we do the drawing in, which is where I come in, because we are going to break this drawing of a capybara down into bite-sized pieces, right? So I'm going to draw a shape here, a line there, squiggle here, and you're going to copy me as I go. So I will draw my shape. You can pause the video, copy what I do, start me up again, I'll draw a bit more, pause me, you draw, I draw, 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 you draw. And before we know it, we are gonna, oh, sorry about that, got things swinging around here. Before we know it, we're gonna have a lovely drawing of a cute capybara. So grab yourself a piece of paper, grab a pen. You might want something to colour with a little bit later, but that's all we need. Let's get started, shall we? Right, the first thing that I want you to do, right in the middle of your page, we're gonna start with our pen right in the middle of the page, like that, and we're gonna draw a line that goes out to the left. Just a few centimeters long, like that. Okay, nice easy start. Then we're going to curve around and we're going to head up our page. Again, not too far. That's a bit, maybe 6 centimeters. These measurements are not precise, by the way. Then we're going to bend around to the right and we're going to head over to the right, like so. Then we're going to start curving around, just a gentle curve. We don't want to do anything too sudden quite yet, like that. And now let's start heading back down our page, like this. Now, I want to end up about here, but I'm not going to do a smooth line because these capybaras are lovely and furry. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make it slightly zigzaggy as I curve around. Just about there, okay? So add a few little ziggy-zaggy bits. That just makes your creature look a bit furry. And then the last bit, we'll just do a sort of smoother line. Down to about there, I think. So far, so easy, right? Now we're going to turn left. And we're going to head horizontally across our page, maybe to about there. Not too far. Then let's change direction. Go up and to the right, like so. And then we're going to come round here and just do a little kind of curve like that. And so what we have drawn, guys, this is going to form our capybara's head. Then we're going to go round the back, a little bit of furriness on the back, and then we've done a rear leg for our little guy here. Okay, next we're going to go back to this foot. About halfway up the foot, I want you to draw a horizontal line coming out to the left, like so. Then we're going to carry that line on, and we're going to curve upwards, like this, and we're just going to disappear into that line there. And that is our capybara's tummy. Now then, while we are here, I'm just going to tidy up that line a bit. We're going to draw the other leg, which is going to be situated just behind the tummy. So I want you to draw a horizontal line coming out, and then we're going to repeat this shape here. So try and get it as close to that shape as you can. We go around, and then we're just going to add that little bumpy bit. And can you see? We've drawn the capybara's other leg, so it looks like he's kind of sitting up. Cute, huh? Pretty cute. Let's add a couple of little front legs stroke arms. Now I'm taking a bit of liberty here because we're drawing a cartoon capybara. So I think actually they walk on all fours, I think. Do you know what? They're really, really good swimmers. Do you know that? Amazing swimmers. I think they're sort of almost semi-aquatic, really. They live just as much in the water as they do on the land. But we're going to do 2 kind of U shapes like that just for our little capybara arms. And then let's add a few little claws now. So on the feet we're going to do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then on each arm, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Do you know what? It reminds me of the very, very first episode of Draw with Rob, in which I showed you how to draw Gregosaurus, who's one of my little dinosaur characters. I did very similar, so he's actually very similar shape to this capybara, similar little arms and legs with the little claws. So, you know, I guess I've got a style, let's just say that. Okay, we need to do a capybara's face now. So, what we need to do first of all is, in this area here, we're going to draw a slightly kind of unusual shape. We're going to go from the top here, and I would want you to just draw, first of all, a little centimetre and a half line, like so. Okay, then we're going to curve that line down, running parallel to this outside line, but just about here, we're going to bend it out a bit, and then we're going to follow down to here, like that. And we're going to curve, actually let's go back up to the top, and I'm going to do a mirror image of that, so we can come down, we sort of fatten it out a little bit there, and then we're going to come down here, and then we're going to join them up, but I just want you to do just a few more little zigzaggy bits. When you do these little zigzag, it just implies there's a bit of furriness going on. And this is our capybara sort of muzzle area, okay? So we need to draw some nostrils next. Now the nostrils are going to be this shape. They're going to sort of be in a little, they're two dots but in a sort of V shape, like that. I might just change my pen so I've got a slightly thinner one here. A bit more control over it than the brush, like that. Then we're going to draw a line that comes straight down the middle of that little muzzle area. And then we're going to do a little U shape at the bottom, so it's like a great big backwards J. And then we're going to go the other way too, so it's almost like a W shape at the bottom. And that's going to be our capybara's little mouth. Let's add 4 little dots on each side to just imply that there's some whiskers going on. And then right at the end I might add a few little whisker lines too, but I'm going to do that after we've done our colouring in. Okay. Next I want to add some ears. Now we're going to do one ear right up here, like that, so we just draw sort of a little shape like this. But again, I've made it slightly zigzaggy, just to imply that it's furry. And then the other one would be there, because it's the other side of the head. And then we can just draw the same shape just inside, just for the sort of the little lining-y bit. I always call it the lining. It's not really a lining, is it? But hey, you know what I mean. And then the last thing we need to do is our capybara's eyes. Oh, actually no, before we do that, we're going to add a little kind of tummy area. So in between the arms, let's just do a little curved line between them, again with a bit of zigzag action going on. And then I just want you to continue that down there and continue it down there. So we've drawn a little sort of tummy area between the arms. And I'll tell you what else we'll do, we'll just carry that line on in a bit of a zigzag, but I'm not going to quite touch the edge there. We'll do the same there. And that will just help us when we come to colouring in, because they're sort of slightly variations in their colouring. It will just help us when it comes to that a bit later on. Now, eyes. You can draw your capybara eye a bit like this, right? So a nice round circle with a couple of white circles in the middle, so it's a nice sort of manga style eye. I'm going to get rid of that now, because I'm going to draw my eye like this. I'm just going to draw like a little curved line, because I want my capybara to look super happy. So happy, he's sort of smiling and closing his eyes a bit as he smiles. I just think that is super cute. I don't know why, it's cute. Right? Don't you think? It's cute. Just makes him look really kind of contented. And this is where I'm going to leave it now, because I'm going to colour my capybara in. But we have got a couple of other bits and pieces to add after the colouring in. So I'm going to go into super speed mode to give my little creature a bit of colour. I will see you back here in about 20 seconds, and then I'll explain what I've done, and then we'll move on to the next stage. You ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, there is my finished coloured in capybara. Now then, actually I've forgotten one thing. Let's add a bit of an eyebrow, shall we, up here. I'm going to do that in colour. We can do it in a bit of brown. There we go, we've got that brown. I'm using a few different browns as I've been colouring. Okay, let's talk you through what I've done. So you can see that I've done a bit of sort of scribbly colouring with my browns. I did a bit of smudging there, which is a bit annoying, but never mind. This is what adds character to my drawing, right? So I'm sort of following the lines of the fur, and I've even added some little lines here and there, made it a bit darker at the edges. These patches, so one thing I didn't do earlier on, a couple of things, I added a bit of sort of diagonal zigzaggy lines here just to separate the paws and the feet. You can see I've done both of that, and I added a few eyelashes actually on that upturned eyebrow in the end. And then I've coloured these areas in darker brown, which is what actually happens in real life, in nature. But what doesn't happen in nature is the rosy cheek, so I've added that just to make a little bit of cuteness in there. And we've got a little pink lining here, and I've kept the tummy area white. But yeah, adding all those little lines just makes your character look extra kind of fluffy and furry. And then I've done a little bit of scribbly shadow, as I always do, around the feet. So what do you think? I feel like this responsibility, because so many of you... Oh, do you know what? The last thing, the last touch. I'm going to add some whiskers. So I'm just going to add a few little lines coming out there and a few little lines coming out there. Do 5 on each side, shall we? The final touch, just to add that extra level of cuteness. The reason I did that right at the end is because I wanted to add them on top of the colour that we drew, so that they would stick out nicely. So there we go. Yeah, I hope I haven't let you down. So many of you have asked for the capybara. I hope this one's all right. I think he or she is quite cute. Let's sign our drawing, shall we? I am just going to write Rob. There we go. Make sure you sign your drawing so everyone knows who has created this wonderful work of art. And when you put it up on the wall, everyone can go, oh, so that drawing was created by XXX. Add your name in there. And because you've got to take credit for your lovely work. That's what I think anyway. And do you know what? I want to see your capybara drawings. I've got a feeling I'm going to see lots of cute ones this time. So why don't you get your grown-up to take a picture of your drawing, post it on social media using this hashtag here, draw with Rob. That way I'll get to see it. If you're watching on Facebook, you can just comment below this post and I'll get to see those too. And I really want to see your drawings. You might have done yours totally different colours to mine. Maybe yours is pink with yellow spots. That's fine. That's the beauty of art. You can do whatever you want with your colouring in. I've stuck to Mother Nature's colour palette, but that's fine. You don't have to. But yes, I really, really want to see your drawings. And while you're at it, why don't you subscribe to my YouTube channel? Actually, if you're watching on YouTube, just go and press subscribe. That way you'll get told when a new video is coming out and you won't miss anything. And also, if you subscribe to my newsletter, you'll get an email through to your parents' email or your email telling you when a new video is coming out, or when a new book's coming out, or when I'm doing a live show somewhere near you. You'll get a little email telling you about it. You can get tickets and come and see me. That'll be fun. But apart from that, I think we're pretty much done here. I hope you've had a good time. I hope you're happy with your capybaras. I'm happy with mine. I'm going to be back very soon with a brand new episode of Draw with Rob. In the meantime, everybody, keep those pencils sharpened, keep on reading, keep on drawing, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye, everyone. It's Rob here, and I'm just popping up at the end of your video to tell you about this, the brand new Draw with Rob activity book. And this is a very, very tasty one because it's called Fantastic Food, and it's absolutely jam-packed full of deliciously cute characters. So what will you find inside? Well, we have lots of puzzle pages like these ones that you can see here. We have pages where I've started drawings off and you guys have to finish those drawings. We have colouring pages, lots of colouring for you to do. We even have some very cool bookmarks that you can colour in and cut out and then use when you're reading. And of course, we have loads of draw-alongs. Just look at these ones. Super cute, super delicious. And I think you're going to have a lot of fun doing these. Now listen, I'm super proud of this book. I really can't wait for you guys to get your teeth into it. And don't forget to send me any pictures you do based on the characters you find in this book. Right, you've had enough of me now. I'm going to let you get on with your day. You can pick this book up from wherever books are sold, and I really, really hope you enjoy it. See you soon. Bye.